Hello, my fellow alchemists. My name is Nigel, and you have found my alchemy. Today we are going to delve into your love life. We're going to be doing lost love, past love, present love, which meaning you're in a relationship right now that you want to learn about, or future love, meaning you may not be in a relationship right now, but you're looking to see what's coming into your life. So your sign will be separated into 3 categories. Just click on the timestamp that is applicable to what you want to know. I'm probably going to separate these readings into air, earth, water, and fire, because, I don't want to make it too bulky as an upload. So, okay, we'll see what we end up with here at the end. But we're going to start with your past, move on to your present, and delve into your future. I will see you on the other side. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your past lost love reading. Okay, let's get started. It seems like on your side, well, I shouldn't say that. I am going to leave this to you as to where to place these energies, because I think that for each Aquarius, it's going to be different. So one of you felt stabbed in the back by this relationship. It says heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. One of you felt that way at the end of this situation. The other of you, this is what the person, whether it's you or they, were thinking. It says just being near you is intoxicating. So I believe that this is something that was unspoken. I think that this is what someone feels. They may not like that they feel this way. They may not want to share that they feel this way, but that is the way they feel. One of you felt stabbed in the back. The other still felt this deep attraction. In the center between the two of you, you do have darkness. You have the moon. And in this deck, the number 7 may maybe somehow... The number 7 may spark something within you. It could be a month, it could be a day, it could be it could be anything for you at all. But the number 7 may be relevant to you somehow. It says darkness, it says the moon. It is a time to rest and repair. And believe it or not, in this deck, it represents the element of air. Which is obviously Aquarius, right? You could be dealing with an air sign, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It is a time of darkness. This time is changeable, right? So it is a time of change. So this darkness can change, but there is darkness. There's a lull here, and that's pretty evident because you're listening to a past love reading. Now we're going to delve into your relationship a little, the past, the present, and the potential future here. In your past, you have judgment, right? It says, what it says to me is that past consequences had an impact on this connection, right? For better or for worse. In this situation, I don't think it's good. It is in reverse. I think there is past consequences here on the table that led to the demise of this relationship. Now, one of you definitely feels as if this is unfinished business with the Scorpio card in reverse. Death in reverse, unfinished business. One of you may have been relieved that this relationship had changed. There may have been another definition for that card is that one of you may have involved a third party in this situation. That may have been the stabbing that occurred, because regardless of how either of you have felt, both of you have felt some sort of victimhood in this situation. I'm not saying it's accurate, but definitely you both felt betrayed in some way. Here in the present time, you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Ten of Pentacles can mean many, many things, for sure. But in a love reading, it is separation. It is separation in a love reading. It also could mean that someone's family got involved, and someone's family may have felt that this person was unsuitable for them or unsuitable for the family, right? It could also mean money issues that is causing a problem between the two of you reconnecting. Here with the varied energy, you do have one person who may not be completely honest here about their feelings. They may be hiding their feelings from their family if it is indeed a family situation. They may be hiding their money problems. They may be hiding their feelings towards you or you towards them. There is someone who still believes that the situation is salvageable. And the overall vibe between the two of you is that this may slowly, obviously this is a slow moving night, this may slowly be repairable. It may be a repairable situation. In the future here, you have the Nine of Wands coming in sideways, and this is a choice. So the end result of this is sort of up in the air in some way. Somebody is going to have to make a choice. And the choice is going to be key as to what happens. One of you is coming in as the Emperor, and the Emperor is great when it comes to money and stuff like that. But, in a love reading, he'll bring common sense into the choice, into this situation, right? This person may have a hard time expressing their feelings. This person may go from having money problems to becoming financially secure and feeling a lot more freedom that way, maybe enabling them to come forward. This may or may not be an older person. In many readings, this does indicate someone older, but it doesn't have to. It could just be a mindset. You have the other person offering their cup. And this is a beautiful, this is the King of Cups. This isn't a knight. This is a real offer. So you have one of you that is coming in with logic, coming in with stability, and the other of you coming in with pure love, offering a cup. The time here with this Virgo card in reverse, the time for introspection and waiting is over. So you do have a shot here. If you're looking for someone from the past to come back, you do have a real shot at that happening. There is a choice that's going to have to be made here, Aquarius. And there is someone that needs to either get over their family's opinion about the other person, or someone that needs to get back on their feet financially, for sure. Let's look at timing card. When can Aquarius expect this to occur? In February, Aquarius. At the bottom of the deck, it says up in the air. But I do look at that as air. I mean, air, there is so much air in this reading, for sure. It is up in the air in some way because, like I said, there is a decision that needs to be made. And this decision may leave things up in the air. But I would say by February, which is, ironically, Aquarius season, I would say that you have a real shot at this returning to you. It doesn't look easy, all right? It doesn't look easy. It looks difficult, actually. It looks like you have a lot to get over here in the past. You have a lot to talk about as far as perhaps money, or, like I said, it could be someone's family that was really getting in the way. So some things are up in the air, but I do look at this and I see air. I see the dragonfly. I see clouds. But I do see for sure something happening here in February. Give me 2 cards for Aquarius, please, for their past lost love. You know what? I think I'm going to take all of them. I generally don't do that, but I think I am. And here we have decisions. I mean, we talked about that, right? Decisions that have to be made. This is why some things may be up in the air. One of you may be very guarded towards the other. And you do have this... You do have this 3-party card. I'm telling you, there was someone that was involved in your relationship that shouldn't have been there. It could have been someone's family. It could have been someone's job. It could have been a literal romantic third party, and that's perhaps why someone felt stabbed in the back. You do have vanity and pride here. Ego, somebody may have a very strong ego in this connection, but I have to tell you, this is what waits for you if you want to put in this work. It is a viable situation, Aquarius. If you want this, you can have this. The last card is the card of celebration, gifts from the universe, abundance in all ways. I really love this for you. If you're interested in your future person, which I don't see, I don't know why you'd be listening to this, but I will see you either in the next reading or in your next month's reading. Happy full moon. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your your present love reading. Okay. Fascinating energy as always. All right. So I am going to be referring to one person or the other. You have to insert yourself in whichever side looks familiar to you, okay? One of you looks at this relationship as if it has a lot of highs and lows, right? A lot of ups and downs. One of you may be looking at letting go of the other, right? This is the card of letting go. As a result of these ups and downs, this person may feel deflated. They may feel tired, right? On the other side, you have pop-up, and this card is usually indicative of something spontaneous or surprising that pops up. It doesn't have to be good or bad, but this is someone popping up with a thought, a choice, something like that. You have put yourself first. So whoever is popping up with this is going to be putting themselves first. They feel, as we go through the reading, we'll figure out exactly how they feel, but there is something going on here where they feel like they need to voice something, they need to make a move. It may be surprising to the other person in this connection that this person may be putting themselves first ultimately. You do have in the center what ties you together here, the Romeo card, and this is quickly changing moods, right? Rashness. And it sort of goes with that roller coaster card. It does say idealistic lovers as well, but I do think the quickly changing moods on this card sort of ties the two of you together. You may feel very differently day to day about this connection, Aquarius. Now, here in your past, you do have the Fool here in reverse, and the Fool is, as we know, could be Aquarius, Aries, or Gemini. To me, it is an Aquarian card, but I'm just telling you what other people say. Depends what you read. But, the important thing here is that you have, in your past, you have a start that it was supposed to be a brand new start down a brand new road, and for some reason that was squashed. I'm not really sure why yet, but you do have two people here, right? You have one person that was looking to rush in and get something done. This person could be looked at as impatient. This person could be looked at, honestly, as just wanting to move forward in a fast, timely way. You have another person in this connection that was looking to take things a little bit slower and work on something. This person, as you can tell in this picture, is working diligently on something, but perhaps this person's speed interfered with the connection. Either way, perhaps the slower person felt that was happening too quick, and the quicker person was like, wow, you're just taking too long. This is taking too long, right? Two different energies. What you have coming in sideways here, which is shared energy, is a choice, right? My sideways cards are always a choice, and this is, should we continue working on this? Are we suitable for one another ultimately. This could be something that happened in your recent past as far as, or it could have been your distant past, honestly. This could have been something that has culminated over a period of time and led you to where you are now. And what I like about where you are now is the star, right? You are, if you're not there right now, you're stepping into your power here as an Aquarian. I love that. Beautiful energy for you anyway, Aquarius. But it is a card of coming into your power. And when we look at these two different energies here, ironically, we have one person who feels that this situation cannot make it. It's the Fool in reverse. We have somebody who may be thinking about the past, thinking about the present, thinking about the future, and when they tie it all together, they don't see a future. They don't see an open road. They don't see something that is new and fresh for them. You have the other person in this connection who feels abundance is lacking. It's too lacking to move forward. They need more. This may indeed be the person who's working on their pentacles, because they're too, it is a pentacle sign, right? It is, meaning it's a pentacle energy. It's the energy of money. It's the energy of hard work. This one person feels that this journey to the new road is taking too long, and the other person feels there's not enough money, there's not enough abundance, there's not enough stability to move forward. And this card sort of tells the story here with the page. There isn't enough abundance to move forward in this situation. Abundance could very well obviously be money, or it just could be stability. It may be an unstable connection. It may be too young of a connection. And when I say that, you certainly could be young in general, but young meaning there's not enough foundation, right? There's not enough stability. There's not enough structure, right? Now moving into your future, you do have Judgment here in reverse. And the Judgment card is a judgment call, right? Somebody is going to make a judgment call. There's going to be a judgment made. There is going to be something that happens to alter your future. You have one person, and this is ironic, one person who is trying to make this judgment call. This is coming in sideways. In the future, they're up in the air about it. They don't know what to do. They know a judgment has to be made. They know a decision has to be made. They don't know exactly how to do it, what to do. They're very undecided. They know the importance of it. This is a major arcana. They know it's important. The other person, on the other hand, also knows that this is an important decision because it is a major arcana. It is fixed energy, by the way. So you do fall into the slot, but you have all the fixed signs here. You have Taurus, you have Leo, you have Aquarius, you have Scorpio. So fixed energy in both of these cards. And the other person in this connection feels that this may be a dead end. In the future, they may feel like it's just not enough. They may want to about face on this situation. And so this planning card, this manifestation card for the overall vibe between the two of you is coming in sideways. And it could, when my cards come in sideways, they're choices. I think the person who is unable to make a decision in this connection may be the key factor as to their future. They need to make a solid decision. They do. Somebody needs to make a solid decision to save this connection. There is manifestation possible here between the two of you, but there is someone that's wishy-washy, someone that's not, perhaps not moving fast enough. There is instability here, and I think that one person feels that it's an unstable situation, but I'm slow to say this, but I feel like they're making it unstable. It doesn't have to be this way. They can make a different choice. I don't see any bad guys in this connection, by the way. You know, there's no bad guys. There's no good guys. There's just two people that are on two different timelines as far as what they'd like, how fast they want it, and what they want to accomplish. So let me pull a couple of cards here. So basically your future is up in the air. Maybe I'll pull a timing card at the end. I wasn't going to do that for present time, but I think for your reading, it's probably important to see when this will occur. Give me 2 for Aquarius's present reading. Give me 2. I see that. You have alchemy. I like that, you know. There is an alchemy. You have ancestors that are guiding you. All you have to do, Aquarius, is ask for their help. If you are lost in this situation and you don't know which way to turn, you don't know which decision to make, then ask the universe, ask God, ask your angels, ask your ancestors, whatever it is you believe in. Ask them for help. It does say ancestors here, so if you have any belief in that whatsoever, ask your ancestors for guidance. They will answer you. They will. Now here you have facade, beliefs. So somebody may be hiding behind a facade as far as somebody in this connection is hiding behind a mask. And that's not to say that they're bad or that they're liars or they're a con person. It's not like that. Somebody's hiding behind a facade of wanting to take things slower for specific reasons that may not be completely accurate. They may have a fear. They may have a fear of something, and so they believe, they really believe their facade, but behind that is something else. There is something lurking here that the person really needs to look at. And as you can tell, the person really needs to look at themselves. So there is a fear here on the table that's holding this connection back. And this fear, this is the future, honestly. There is going to be a fear that's going to come into play here. Someone is going to need to make choices and really take powerful steps to save this connection. You may get that, Aquarius. You may get that. So let's see. Give me a timing card for this, when this will happen between these two people in June. It looks like something happened. Let me see. Oh, in July. You know what? I'm going to pull one more card because I do think June and July of this year was pivotal in this relationships. In June and July, you may have found yourself arguing more with this person. For those of you where this is a brand new relationship, there is something that could have happened to this person or you in June and July to make you feel a certain way in general. But here it says sooner than expected. And give me one more timing card for this. This culmination. There's something that's going to happen this week. There is something that's going to happen this week. This may be a surprise. Okay, do let me know what June and July mean. It's going to be different for all of you. I don't think the culmination here is going to be next June and July. I don't believe that. I do think that within these 2 months, right? It could have been the end of July, the end of June to the end of July, right? It could have been the full 2 months. But there's something that happens either within this connection or to you or to them to make certain things happen to put a block on the current problems. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I am. But you do have sooner than expected in this week. There is something that's going to happen. It may be some sort of surprise. There is going to be decisions that need to be made here, Aquarius. I wish you all the luck, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your future love reading. This is for any Aquarian who is currently alone and looking to see who is coming into their life in the future. Okay, you do have air sign here. That obviously could represent you, but it also could represent your future partner, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have Libra here right next to the the air sign card. So obviously your person could be Libra or have Libra highly aspected in their chart. Also, another meaning for this card in your reading could be that it could happen around Libra time, which begins on September 23rd. So definitely keep that in mind. We will pull a timing card at the end, but we'll keep that in mind. I do like the scales. I like that this may be a very balanced. You may be two very different people, but just different enough to balance something out. You have somebody that your person is going to enjoy wearing black clothing, or they might be wearing black clothing when you meet. So keep a lookout for that. And what I like here is that it does tell us here two different versions for two different Aquarians out there. You have high heels and beard, right? Of course, in this day and age, it could be both, but I think for many of you, it's going to be, if you're attracted to men, the person may have a beard for sure. And if you are attracted to women, you look for someone that's wearing black and wearing high heels, or someone that maybe enjoys wearing high heels in general. So very, very broad. I like that for all the different Aquarians out there. And like I said, it's 2024. Somebody could very well be wearing high heels and have a beard. So both of them came out for a reason. You put it where you need to put it. Here in your past, now this is the collective past for the two of you, right? You both are very loving people, right? You have the King of Cups sort of governing your past collectively, and you have a lot of love to give. You definitely are two very loving people. You have one person here who was busy in their past giving to others, right? Working with others, giving to others. This could be somebody with children. This could be someone who was concentrating on their job, or someone who was in another partnership and was really focused on giving to that. You have another person who in their past was focused on trying to attain stability. Both of those are pentacles. Both of those are stability cards. So you do share that as well. Now, also, both of you may have taken a break from dating, taken a break from relationships in general. Just maybe you're tired. Maybe you're just not into the idea of being with someone. Now, this is your past. Definitely wasn't a focus. It was more focused on stability and work, and perhaps giving towards a family unit. You have here the Fool representing your combined energies together. So what's interesting is, the Fool is obviously a new path. It's someone that's embarking on something childlike and new. And for some reason, the two of you in the present moment are stalled in that area. You have one of you here who is, and we talked about this in the past slot. You do have someone who is very busy giving to others, right? Working, giving to others. It could be, like I said, it really could be children. It could be family. It could be you're giving to yourself at work, really giving, trying to, and you see the scales there. The scales are present in both of these cards. So it is heavy Libra energy, but you do have the scales, and the scales are like trying to attain that balance, trying to attain perhaps a work, personal life balance, a balance between giving to their family and giving to themselves. It's definitely and then you have another person who is finding it difficult in the present moment to move forward with their goals. So no bad news, just two different worlds. And you have both parties that are really trying to hold on to something. So this could be one person trying really hard to hold their family together. Maybe this person has children, or you have children. Hold their home together, hold on to their money. And you have another person who is trying to hold on to something and finding it difficult to move forward in some way. Now, your future And this is really where I think you run into each other. You have your judgment, right? Judgment is a judgment call, obviously. It is a rebirth card. It is being called to a higher purpose. It's very, very fixed. It's fixed energy. And Aquarius is a fixed sign. What's fascinating here is you have 3 major arcana. Excuse me, 4. You have 4 major arcana when you meet this person. This is it doesn't say destiny here, but man, it certainly looks like a destined meeting to me. You have 2 people from 2 different worlds. That's Taurus and Capricorn energy. But, you know, the devil obviously gets a bad rap. I don't see any warnings about this person, so I'm not going to dwell on the negative. But this one person in this situation could be very tempting to the other. One person could be very highly sexual. One person can be very, very passionate and very Capricornian, you know, and the other person can be fairly traditional, right? The Hierophant is a traditional card. Someone who is seeking marriage, somebody who's seeking a conventional situation, and the other person is seeking passion, and the 2 worlds collide. And what did I say at the beginning of the reading? It may be 2 very different people coming together to find balance with those scales and balancing these 2 energies together. I love that for you. And it's heading straight for both of you, sorry to say. I mean, no matter how you feel about this, it's coming. Okay, you have Cancerian energy here coming in very, very strong. So let's look at these signs here. You have, you have all the water signs, all the earth signs, all the fire signs. You have the Fool, which, you know, to me anyway, is Aquarian energy. Some people say it's Aries, some people say it's Gemini, whatever. You have all the fixed signs here, right? Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. You have in the major arcana here, you have Taurus, Capricorn, and again, all the fixed. Oh no, you have a Taurus, Libra. Excuse me, I can't speak. I'm very excited about this because I am an Aquarian. So you have Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer. But I'm telling you, overarching this whole thing, you have air energy coming in very, very strong. So let's look. This is going to be very interesting, Aquarius. I really do hope you come back and tell me what happened when you met this person, because man, it actually looks very exciting. And it looks like the 2 of you are coming out of an energy of not wanting to come together with someone, to kind of hitting each other like 2 trains, and it just exploding into this very serious energy. Give me 2 for Aquarius. So you have one person who may have been closed off and guarded in the past. This could be you or this person, Aquarius. In the past could be now, honestly, because I'm looking at your future here with all this energy. You could be very closed off, guarded, and resistant to anything like this. And the other person could have self-worth issues, honestly, stemming from something that happened in their past, which is why they too aren't really into the idea of being in a relationship. But you're going to meet this person. Give me a timing card for Aquarius. Oh my God. Aquarius, this could happen as early as next week. It does say within 6 months. So I think there's 2 groups of Aquarians out there. I really, really do. It says within 6 months. It says next week. It's going to happen soon. This is happening soon. This may, in fact, happen during Libra season for some of you. But definitely, in my opinion, this is going to happen before the new year. For 99% of you. You just look for this person, and please come back and let me know. I love stories like this. I will share mine if you share yours. I wish you all the luck, Aquarius. Namaste. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your lost love reading. This is for a past relationship and a look into what they're doing now, what happened, and maybe what you can expect, okay? So I am going to read one side and the other, and you're going to place yourself in the proper side. You know, oftentimes in my description, these readings can be flipped. People get confused. It's really up to the listener to place themselves in the proper slot, because it's going to be different for each Gemini, okay? So in this connection, one of you felt that something wasn't enough, right? Let me get my glasses here. One of you was frustrated. One of you perhaps did some sabotaging, right? There may have been jealousy involved. I'm not really feeling jealousy per se, but I do feel frustration, and I do feel that somebody felt that they were just not enough. On the other side, there was someone who was just not available, to be honest with you. They weren't available in some way. They weren't emotionally available. They weren't actually available. This could have been a relationship that was a little undercover, at least for some of you. But if that wasn't the case, at the very least, there was someone who was not available emotionally for this connection. And perhaps that's why this other person felt like it just wasn't enough, right? You have the darkness here, the moon. And what's interesting is I just finished Aquarius, and I believe Aquarius got this for their lost love reading too. So you might want to check that out if you're involved with an Aquarius, or you were. You do have a darkness moon, and it is the number 7. The number 7 could be pertinent to you for some reason. It's going to be different for all of you, but it is a time of rest and repair, right? It is the element of air, and it is changeable, kind of like it is very mutable, like Gemini, right? It's changeable, but currently it is a little dark. It is a little confusing. It's confusing energy. So let's delve into your past together as a couple. You know, it looks like in the past you had a really nice, a really great energy. You had something that was long-term, that had long-term potential. You know, the 10 of Pentacles is security, stability, long-term gain. You were both looking at this like it had tentacles into your future. Here we have two different people. We have one that was sort of on fire to make this a commitment as quick as possible, perhaps. Somebody who wanted to just jump into the future and make it happen and was on fire about that. And the other who was under a great deal of stress. This stress could have come from anything. It could have came from the life that they had when you two came together. It could have developed as the two of you developed as a couple. Could have been coming from outside forces. What you two shared collectively was work. You wanted to work on this connection. You really did. This was really nice energy, Gemini. This connection did start off as being very, very positive for both of you. As we move into your present time, the good news is you're both attempting to manifest something. You do here have the 9 of Cups, and you both want to be happy. I mean, you both want a stability in your life. You both want your wishes to be granted. You both want to manifest positive things into your lives. What's fascinating here is that you have 2 sideways cards representing both of you. I do believe the two of you may be mirroring each other in many, many ways. You have one card, which is the card of Gemini, so I might be quick to say this, but it does seem like you. You know, you have the card of Gemini here coming in sideways, and that is a decision. It's also a Gemini sort of knocked off their axis, right? Gemini's off balance a little bit, not knowing which way to, not wanting to make a decision, but perhaps can't. You may be in a situation, Gemini, where you feel like your hands are tied. Then again, you just may be feeling a little out of sorts for whatever reason. You have here the 7 of Swords coming in sideways for the other person, and that's a card of this person may very well be contemplating doing something sneaky, but it is a contemplation stage. And I think both of these energies are stemming from the wish for stability and having a life that they can look at and love. You're both on the same page here, okay? Even though you're not together, you're both on the same page. It's just that one person may be contemplating doing something a little shady, and you put that where it fits. But what you both share here is a desire to make the future better. I mean, it says it over and over again here. Now, in your future, you did pull 2 cards, and I'm assuming that it does represent each of you. And I kind of like that separation a little bit. You do have one person who does acquire some stability, some footing. The Queen of Pentacles is a very, male or female, is a very stable archetype. She finally finds stability. She finally finds groundedness. Could be an earth sign, but I'm looking at the energy more than the astrology right now. And I think that there is one of you that is going to acquire stability in their future, the stability that they seem to want. You have another person here with the Empress in reverse. Very different energy. It's a lack of self-worth. Right? There is someone in the future that's going to experience a lack of self-worth for whatever reason. It could be, there's too many reasons to list. It could be financial reasons. It could be trauma wound reasons. It could be anything. But there's someone who's going to experience a lack of self-worth and someone who's going to come into their own. And that's your future, right? So what's interesting here is that you do have under the Queen of Pentacles, you have to further this along an opportunity. So this Queen of Pentacles, whichever of you it is going to come into some financial freedom. I'm not going to say, you know, you're going to hit the lottery. Maybe some of you are, but it looks like long-term stability. It looks like something you've worked for. It looks like something that's going to partially be a gift from the universe here, but it's going to be coupled with your hard work. It's like you're in partnership with the universe and you're rewarded in some way. When I say you, I could be talking about them, one of you, okay? Now, the other of you, interestingly enough, you have the Empress here in reverse, and it could be lack. It could be lack of, like I said, money, resources. It could be lack. It's somebody who feels very insecure about what they have to offer, but they do offer a lot of love. They really, really do. You have the 10 of Cups here right under that. So there may be somebody who needs encouragement. All right. It's not the end of the world, but if you're interested in this connection, this person is going to need encouragement to bring out the best of them. What the two of you share here is the truth. You share a mutual truth here in the future, Gemini. What may have pulled you apart here, sort of in the future, look at all these beautiful cards. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Beautiful cards bringing you together in the future, if you want it. It's always a big question. So you have, let's see, what signs? You have pretty much all the earth signs, the air signs, the wand sign, the fire signs. You have Gemini specifically. You have Pisces specifically. You have Aries, Libra, and Taurus specifically. So take that and put that where you need to put it, and take it only as it resonates, okay? Give me 2 for Gemini. You got 2 exactly. You have 1 here. It's disharmony, triggers, conflicts, and it's coupled with the inner child card and healing. So I can't help but think, honestly, that when I said this person needs encouragement and I said this person has a lack of self-worth, it might be something stemming from his or her childhood that's causing triggers and conflicts. It may have caused this problem with you in the past. It may have compounded their problems within this relationship. If you'd like a future with this person, you're going to have to be very patient. You're going to have to be patient. You're also going to have to encourage them, and it's going to be a process if you're interested. Let's give me a timing card for Gemini's lost love. Gemini's lost love. Make it very clear, Spirit. We have this month, and we also have don't wait around. So something may be happening this month. And when I say this month, it doesn't have to be August. This is the end of August, but within a month, there's going to be some movement in this relationship. You're being told not to wait around. If you have to make the first move here, then you should make it. If this person comes forward to you, then you should grab it if that's your decision, okay? This doesn't look easy. It doesn't look terrible. It looks like it's really up to you. It's a choice you're going to have to make. But if you choose this path, and you really want this and you're positive of that, if this person comes forward, do not wait around for that butterfly, okay? I really wish you a lot of luck, and I will see you in your next reading. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your current romantic love reading, let's see. Okay, so on either side here, we have two different people. You have to slip yourself into the slot that you fit in. One person seems to have some anxiety, right? They may be scared of this connection. They may have anxiety in general. This person finds it very difficult to let go of anything. This person may find it hard to let go of an argument, difficult to let go of the relationship. They may be a little on the clingy side. On this side, we have someone who could be a drama queen, likes causing chaos, perhaps very into their feels to the point where it sort of envelops the relationship. But this person considers the other their soulmate nonetheless. What draws the two of you together, or what is on both sides of this, is changing moods, right? And in a Gemini reading, I can see that. I'm pretty sure this came out for Aquarius, but don't hold me to that. It came out for someone. But anyway, there are changing moods here. There's a lot of anxiety. There is someone that is a little bit of a drama queen, whether that person be male or female. One person is convinced that that person is their soulmate. This person may be codependent in some way based on past trauma. I don't see any bad guys here, I'm just saying. So let's look at your past. Your past here, you have an interesting dynamic, because this is coming in sideways for past energy that the two of you share. And this is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is hard work, right? So if it were in reverse or right side up, it would be a lot easier to explain. The fact that it's coming in sideways means, at least in past energy in this type of reading, it may be that one of you was trying very, very hard in the past and one of you gave up, or one of you wasn't trying hard enough in the right ways. And that's why this card is sideways, because ultimately it is a choice. And it seems as though the two of you had two different choices in your past. One of you here, was offering an empty cup in the past, or offering a false cup. This is the Ace of Cups reversed. So this cup is upside down and empty, and either this person was offering a false cup that they knew was a false cup, or they didn't realize that they didn't have much to offer in the way of emotions. But it was an empty cup nonetheless. There is another person that was involved with this person who was very attractive, probably got a lot of attention, very confident, very assertive. The Queen of Wands could be a fire sign, but doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody who steps into that archetype, passionate, assertive, attractive, coupled with someone who either was lying about their cup or honestly just didn't have to give what they thought. Someone who had a lot of attention versus someone who might not have had quite so much attention. The collective energy that you shared here was the Hermit in reverse. So, the Hermit in reverse is, it's loneliness within, right? It's a connection that connected, but there is something missing. Now, this could be a card of distance as well. So you could have started off with a relationship that was distant. There was a lot of distance, physical distance in between you. It could very well be that, for sure. It's either emotional distance or physical distance that defined your past. So there was distance that sort of was a roadblock between the two of you. And that could explain the empty cup. Could very well explain the empty cup. So here in the present moment, you do have two people with the Six of Wands here that are both looking for the same thing. They're looking for victory. They're looking for achievement. They want to achieve the same things, and that's really good. You have two people, though, that have two different ways of accomplishing this. You have one person who wants to speed up and conquer the world, and the other person who would like to slow down and do things more methodically. So there is that. You have two very different energies coming together with the same intent, though, right? You do have an overall vibe between the two of you with this Six of Cups in reverse. Now, the Six of Cups is... God, how do I explain this? It could be letting go of the past, for sure. Maybe both of you share that, where you just want to let go of your past. It could be that, you're unable to move on from certain things that happened in the past, and it's causing an imbalance, because you do have a very strong imbalance here with someone who wants to speed ahead and get things done, and the other who wants to just slow down. And it could be... for one or two of you anyway, it could be that you have children involved in this relationship, either from another relationship or perhaps you have children with this person. And that's sort of a combined energy that you have, right? With the same goals. But this relationship needs, for all intents purposes, what it's lacking is it needs to recapture something that was lost. There's something in this present moment that was lost that you had in the past that you need to recapture. No great warnings, just a side note here, Gemini. Here in your future, you have, let me see if I could, you have the Six of Wands. You have, oh God, let me get this. You have the Nine of Wands, okay? The Nine of Wands is hard work. So you have hard work ahead of you both, right? For this relationship to keep moving. It's self-improvement. It's determination. It's hard work. Great card for your future placement. The thing is here, you have one person who believes that they believes beyond a shadow of a doubt that through hard work, they will manifest their dreams. It's that simple for this person. And the other person is different. The other person here is, this person may be hanging on to something that happened in their past that was very unfair to them, and it may be causing a roadblock, okay? This Justice in reverse is an injustice that was done. Maybe they're holding on to old grudges. Maybe they're holding on to actual trauma that happened to them way before they met you. But there is something here that's blocking you, and it's not blocking you in a way that's going to damage your chances of staying together, but it's something you're going to have to address. And if you don't address it now, you're going to have to address it in the future. And that's fine, because all relationships have something that they need to address, and it's one person in particular here. This is Libran energy, but more than that, you have Leo, you have Virgo, you have various elements here on the table. But you have with this injustice, it's a big deal. So they need to work on that. They need to work on releasing that, in my opinion. What you share here is probably, you could share fear of monetary problems, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something that you worry about the future. You worry about your finances, you worry about your stability, you worry about long term, and this is your future placement. You may not be feeling this right now, right? In the future, you're both going to be collectively concerned. There is no huge problems here. Honestly, it's just a collective concern, and I'm glad that the two of you share it, because that means you can tackle it together as well. You also have coming out of this, collectively coming out of some stuck energy. You may be experiencing some stuck energy at the moment because you have one person looking to speed up and the other person looking to slow down. And what happens when you try to do both? You get stuck. You're in neutral. But it looks like this energy becomes very unstuck here in the future, Gemini, and that's really nice to see. I really like that. Let's pull a couple of cards. So you do have two very interesting people here on the table. Two humans with human frailties and human strengths and weaknesses, and quickly changing moods. So I wonder if you're involved with another air sign here. But at the very least, you have two very interesting humans to read about. Give me two for Gemini, please. Give me two for Gemini and their current love situation. 1, 2. Okay. You have Jupiter, new beginnings. So you're going to experience, if you're experiencing a lull right now, or if you're experiencing a neutral or something that you're not quite satisfied with, or you may feel lonely, you're going to experience a new beginning with this person, okay? And what's going to be needed is truth of expression. You're going to need to be completely honest and clear with each other about your anxieties, about your phobias, about the fact that one person feels that you are or they are the soulmate. Be honest with everything. Be very out in the open, and I think that you'll be able to fight your way through any energy that's stagnating, and you could move on to this really nice energy and really get to know each other. If this person is holding on to past trauma, then that's something you really need to clarify and talk about too. You need to be crystal clear with each other in order for this to progress, but I see it progressing, okay? I wish you all the luck, Gemini. Big hugs. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your Who's Coming Towards You type reading, Future Love. This is if you're alone right now and you're looking into your future to see if something valuable is coming your way. So let's get started. The person that is coming towards you, and we will pull a timing card later towards the end, may live at a distance. Well, in my opinion, will live at a distance from you. I'm not sure how you're going to meet, but it seems as though initially anyway, you guys live at a distance from one another. Virgo is prominently displayed in this reading. You could be meeting an actual Virgo. This person could have Virgo highly aspected in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Stellium. Or you could meet during Virgo season, which is August 23rd through September 22nd. Also, there is a new moon in Virgo coming on September 2nd. So we can keep all that in mind. You do have two groups. You know, it's so funny. Every time I do Gemini readings, it seems like I get so many cards, and so much is going on at all times. So of course, I am appealing to two different Geminis, or perhaps two sides of the same person. Could be, very well. So you have one possibility for you, Gemini, is somebody that has long nails and curly hair that is coming towards you. And another aspect is a male with a more pointier nose. So this could be, listen, if you're, depending on who I'm speaking with, right? I could be speaking with an omnisexual type person, a pansexual person, or a bisexual person. You might be attracting someone that encompasses all of these things in some way. But for many of you, this is two different people for two different groups of Geminis. So yeah, if you're attracted to women specifically, it looks like you're going to be attracting someone with nails on the longer side. Doesn't have to be dragon lady nails, could be nails like mine, but nails on the longer side, and somebody with wavy or curly hair. If you're attracted to only men, Obviously, this is a male, and this is someone with a sharper feature nose. So keep on the lookout for that. Now, what you share, right? The past, present, and future of what you're sharing together. What's interesting is you pulled 2 cards for both these slots. Mostly I looked for 1 card, but they fell out together, so I took them. So it's fascinating because Gemini readings are always like this. So let's look at you. You have 2 separate people here, and this is your past. Let me see if I can get a pointer so I don't have to lift up everything. You have one person who is defined by the Magician in reverse. This is a person who in their past was someone who might have been delusional or might have been tricked in some way by someone else. They might have been the trickster in their past, for sure. They might have been delusional when it came to looking at relationships. They may have felt powerless. The Magician in reverse can be a very powerless feeling. It could be a very manipulative feeling. So they could have been the victim of being manipulated. They themselves could have been at one time manipulative. Here, with stark opposition to that, is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is caring, supportive, nurturing, attractive, sweet. Holding on, trying to hold that cup and hold on to what she loves and cares about. And she could be a he, okay? On the side of the Magician in reverse, you have a person who waffled between balancing something, right? Trying to balance 2 things and failing miserably at it. And so this card is sideways. It was a choice that they made. Everyone has something in their past that they're upset about. They could kick themselves for it. They made mistakes, whatever. I'm not judging this person. I'm just saying that sometimes they failed miserably at trying to balance 2 things that perhaps they weren't supposed to be trying to do. Here on the Queen's side, she was trying desperately to hold on to something that she ended up failing at. She tried, I think she did all the right things in a situation, but she ended up failing anyway. So the 2 of you have that in common in some strange way. And another thing that you have in common is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is bad luck. So their situation and yours mirrors one another in the way that you both, in your own way, tried to hold on to something and tried to make something prosper, and you both failed, and you either felt or you actually had bad luck in the past. Now, in the present time, you have 2 people, 2 major, so you're both at a very important stage in your life. It's 2 major arcana, okay? You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for person 1. Like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is someone who may still be affected by their past, still be affected by the losses that they had, still sort of dwelling on the fact that they think they have bad luck or that bad things happen to them. And then you have the other person who is in the Judgment column, and this is coming into rebirth. They're coming into this time of rebirth. Self-reflection, thinking of past decisions, past actions, past consequences, and coming to a decision about their part in it. I think that out of the 2, one person is obviously healthier in the present moment than the other, but you're both dealing with things from your past as best you can, okay? You have the person who feels that their luck was bad or that life is unfair. Yes, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This may have something to do with money. This may have something to do with a job. This may have something to do with the opportunity that you or they felt they had that was taken from them. They feel something was taken from them. On the other side where Judgment is, I really like this energy, and I think maybe one of you helps the other because you're very different energies right now. You have this person who's in this Judgment energy, coming into this rebirth energy really fast, really strong, really confident. And that's really great energy, especially for someone in this energy coming together like that. And you're not coming together right now, but coming together right like that could be a nightmare, but it also could be wonderful. You could help one another, right? And the bottom line is, This whole thing, all this energy I just described, is stemming from an injustice in your past. An injustice that both of you see very clearly. See how she has no blindfold? And it's coming in sideways because the collective energy between the two of you is a choice. And each of you are choosing to process this differently at this time. Okay? Now, moving into your future. I really like that for your future placement. We just pulled one card for that. That's all that fell out, which means you're finally on the same page. Okay. And this page that you're on is letting go of the past. I love that for both of you. Whatever it is you went through, when you come together, you are collectively together, like I said, letting go of the past, learning your lessons and moving on. You have one person here who still may fear commitment, right? Stemming from past hurts, past pain. And it's probably this person here, this person here who has some residual fear of commitment. It's not so much so that they're a problem, but it's something that's going to develop a lot more slowly than the other person. And then you have this other person that is at a crossroads. And I think the person who is healthier is choosing not to see the bad things in the other person. And this could be a bad thing, but I do think in this situation, it's a good thing. And I think for some of you, when you come together with this person, you're going to look at it as a friendship initially. It's going to be a friendship. And maybe that's why one person is saying, it doesn't really matter that they're going through that. I'm going to be their friend. And this other person saying, well, I'm not looking for a commitment anyway. And this is a good friendship for me. And this card sort of encompasses that feeling where you're both like, I'm not into it right now. But I have news for both of you. This is going to develop into something. This is going to develop into something different. It just is the way it's presented to me, anyway. Let's look at this. Let's look at the bottom of this deck. Yeah. All right. It's going to develop. You're going to complete each other here, Gemini. You're not looking for this. You maybe even don't want it. You maybe even reject the idea of it. And I think you're kind of mirroring each other in that way on some level initially. But you are going to come out of this self-imposed sacrificial type energy. Look at all these major arcana, Gemini. I mean, look, a new road. A new road. Listen, you're going to reject this at first. And, in some way, I think that's a really good thing because you're not searching for the one and neither are they. And it's not this desperate codependent cling type thing. It's more of like, I have learned what I have learned. I'm still trying to process it. I'm still trying to grow. I'm still trying to heal. This person seems pretty cool. They seem like they understand what I've been through. I think I need a friend. And that is the nicest way to form a partnership, a romantic partnership that has long-term potential. So look for this person. Give me 2 for Gemini's future, please. 1 and 2. Yeah. See, the 2 of you may be guarded, and you may be feeling kind of vulnerable when you meet. But I have to tell you, this is an opportunity, all right? It is going to be a leap of faith at some point. The Fool brings us onto a brand new road, right? With childlike curiosity and wonder. And I do think this is headed towards you here, Gemini. I would not, for a second, doubt it. But if I were you, I wouldn't look for it because it's in the not looking that this comes to you. Please let me know in the future what happens to you. But before we go, let me pull a timing card for you. Let me pull a timing card for Gemini. Give me a timing card for Gemini for this beautiful, it says within 3 months, and on the bottom it says in March. So it's very possible, Gemini, that within 3 months you're going to meet this person. And then by March, it's going to turn from friendship into this solid thing that has tentacles into your future. So really look for something quite soon. I wish you all the luck. Namaste. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your lost love, past love reading. Okay. There are two people here on the table, and it is really up to you where you place yourself in which slot. It's going to be different for all Libras. I do say that in my description, but many people kind of miss that and get agitated. But really, just take it as it resonates and place yourself where you yourself recognize your place. You have two people. One person seems to be ascending. Actually, both of you are currently. It's one person is transcending obstacles, learning, expanding, and honestly preparing for union. So that's beautiful. And on the other side of this, it says clearly, I am becoming, I'll hold it up, I am becoming a better person. Now, you guys might not be speaking at the moment, but you're both expanding and you're both growing. Here you have in between you do have the rock. And the rock is labeled with the word endurance. It is number 20 in this deck. It breaks down 2 and 2. And I really like that for you because 2 is a beautiful number for any type of relationship reading. Now, there is a rock here in between the two of you. And this rock is, obviously the earth element, the element of earth. It's very grounded, very patient, but it also represents an obstacle, right? And the obstacle requires your patience. The obstacle is not insurmountable, but it is slow progress. Okay, now we're going to dip into your past a little bit. When I look at your past here, I see the star. See if I can grab one of these. I see the star here in reverse. It's Aquarius energy for sure. But it is the collective energy between the two of you in your past. And whether you communicated with this to each other or not, it represents a loss of faith, right? Perhaps one of you is focusing on the negative. Perhaps the other was triggered by old wounds, but there was a loss of faith here collectively between the two of you, whether you communicated that or not. One of you, here with the 5 of Swords in reverse, one of you may have wanted peace. One of you may have been tired of fighting. That is also Aquarian energy technically. But more than that, it is a want and a need for peace. The other, represented here by the Knight of Wands coming in sideways, was very different. The Knight of Wands basically represents Leo, could be any fire sign, but it is like more of an energy than it is an astrological sign here. You have the Knight of Wands coming in sideways, which means this person can waffle between the positive and the negative of the Knight of Wands. This person may have been commitment shy. This person might have bordered on having a wandering eye, In some instances, the Knight of Wands could actually be unfaithful. They're very impatient, regardless. Now, collectively, what the two of you shared during this time was Virgo energy, the Hermit. And this shared Virgo energy made both of you go a little bit introspective, which is positive considering the situation. You both decided to go inward to see how you really felt. I do like the fact that, Virgo has that star in his lantern. Perhaps this person is trying to help turn the star around, but both of you are going inward, looking for answers, trying to figure things out. Perhaps that is when you parted ways. Now, here in the present moment, you have two people here again. One of you is represented by the Page of Swords in reverse. This is an air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. but this is like a defensive card, right? This is someone who has their defenses up, someone who may want to send a message but stops themselves from communicating, refrains from communicating with the other. And the other person is represented by Justice in reverse. Obviously this is Libra energy, but more than that, this person blames the other person, rightly or wrongly, for what happened. So you have two people that are still a little bit unhealed here, right? The person who is not sending, who is either not sending the message they want to send, or is just defensively and defiantly saying, I will not talk to this person, is represented by here the Queen of Wands in reverse, right? The Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who may, honestly, on the lighter side of this, it's somebody who may lack confidence. Somebody's confidence may have been dented by this relationship. Somebody's confidence may have been blown to the wind because of somebody's actions. Judging by these cards, it looks like it may have been this Knight of Wands character, male or female, but it looks like somebody's confidence isn't what it was. Somebody may be very defensive, not feeling it. The other person who may be blaming the other person is honestly just tired of, is afraid to reach out because they don't want to argue. Now, collectively, what brings the two of you together in this moment is the want for balance. You see those Libra scales, right? You both want to have a balanced life. You want to give to the several things in your life that need it. Maybe your work, maybe your family, maybe if you have pets. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you. But this person is sprinkling their riches, and your riches could literally be just your time. Sprinkling their time, emotions, money through many things, dividing it evenly in their life. So the two of you really want that balance. That's one thing that you share at this moment, in the moment. Now, your future is great. I mean, you have two people who are ascending. You have two people that are working on themselves and, coming into this new level. You do have this rock in the middle of it, in between the two of you. But, here in your future, you have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is really great energy. It's Virgo energy, but more than that. And, Virgo energy is here and here. So that's kind of interesting. You have it in the beginning here, when you first went introspective, and you have it at the end when you're taking action. But here you have the two of you collectively working on the same goal. It's the cultivation of a relationship, but it's both of you working together to do that. It's in its upright. One of you believes, or in the future you're going to believe this, and perhaps you believe it now. When I say you, it could be either of you. But one of you always believed that this was an unfinished business, like it wasn't over yet. And the other may still be dwelling a little bit with the injustice that they have felt. There was somebody that felt there was an injustice done to them. This is coming in sideways, so it's going to be a choice. And it looks like you waffle, somebody does, between feeling that pain and not. It's something that has to be addressed. But I have to tell you, these are really good cards, because collectively, both of you really want to hang on to this connection. And this is in your future, Libra. So you do have a real shot here at this relationship, if you so choose it. It looks like both of you have learned something. Both of you are ascending to a new level. I'm going to pull a couple of these cards before the timing card. Give me two for Libra, please. Two for Libra and their past love, their lost love. One more. There you go. There's your offer. You're going to have an offer from this person, Libra. And here it says renewal. Spark. Beautiful energy coming towards you. Give me a timing card for Libra. It says within a year. And at the bottom it says in January. So this is it. This is what's going to happen, Libra. In January, you're going to probably hear from this person. Guys are probably going to reconnect. Within a year of this reading, you guys will commit to one another again. It's going to be a process. Remember when I said that rock is a barrier, but it's not insurmountable. It's something you have to get over. You have to talk over what happened in the past. You have to figure that out. You have to turn this justice card the right way. But it looks like you're both willing to do that. And I really, really like reporting this for you. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your current situation as far as your love readings go. Let's see. We have two people here on the table, and it is up to you where to place yourself, which slot. It's going to be different for all Libras. You'll recognize yourself in one of them. So you have person number one here who was magnetically drawn to this situation, or perhaps was magnetic themselves. It says forgive and release. This person, this magnetic human, may have been overcoming something from their past when the two of you came together. This could be you or them. Remember that. It could be an old hurt, an old pain, an old trigger. And it says forgive and release. You are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. There may have been a time when this person did carry a lot of anger with them, and it might have been very justified. This other person may be generally an avoidant, and I don't mean that in the clinical sense. I just a runner, right? Running from commitment, maybe not so easy to pin down. But this person did decide to take a leap of faith here, and perhaps was magnetically drawn to this person. Now, there is something going on here where it says in between the two of you seeking help. You might be seeking counseling. You might be seeking spiritual help. But for most of you, I think that this really is just talking, because it says talking, conference, consult. I think that there might be some things in the relationship you're trying to heal, you're trying to get past. This is all normal stuff, by the way. And talking and seeking help, whichever that is the healthier response. So you may be trying to get over some sort of a hump. You may be trying to get over old demons from someone's past. It literally could be anything. But here in the past, you have, as a collective energy, you do have the Five of Pentacles here in reverse. So that means that the two of you have had to overcome, singularly had to overcome previous struggles, right? Struggles with money, maybe struggles with other relationships. This coming in reverse means that you both are coming into this, seeing this as an improved situation. But you definitely have some past stuff here. Person number one, with the Scorpio energy here, person number one may be rebuilding, or may have been rebuilding when you met them from a past hurt, from a past loss, may have been rebuilding their life, honestly. And then you have person number two, and it's not the same, but it is a similar type of energy, dealing with a failure of something, dealing with a failure at work, dealing with a failure financially, dealing with a failed relationship. But you both sort of met each other during this time. And the collective energy between the two of you is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who is happy on their own, who is doing well on their own. It's a very independent card. But when the two of you came together, I think both of you were ready. You were ready to join forces with someone else. Here in the present moment, you have the Ace of Cups, and I love that energy for you. It is such beautiful energy to have as a collective energy between two people. You have one person here who still maybe, you have one person here who may be worried about money, maybe struggling, or perhaps has a fear about loss. Maybe it's something that this person went through. Maybe they're struggling in some way, but there is an underlying fear about money. And then you have another person who is diligently working hard at their craft. And so regardless of what else is going on, the two of you come together collectively here with the Ten of Cups. Let me look at this card. You couldn't ask for a beautiful, you both have the same thoughts. You both have the same wishes. You may have problems from your past that you have to get past, for sure. Everyone does. But you have this collective energy with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. It's very rare. It's beautiful energy. Now, in your future, to make things even better, you have the Magician. And that is a collective energy between the two of you. The Magician is two people manifesting together as one. It's two people working together. It's two people having the tools to work together. So whatever it is you're trying to overcome will be overcome. You have two people here, and one's a page and one's a queen. They're both cups. They both feel a lot of love. One may be younger than the other. And forget about the sexes here for a second. It doesn't have to go exactly the way it is on this cards. And it doesn't have to be ridiculous age gap. It could be. It could be a very small age gap. And the truth is, it could just simply be that one person is a lot more emotionally mature than the other. Regardless, it is working. In your future, it is working. There is a past pain here, right? This is coming in sideways. There is a past pain here for somebody, and it's a collective feeling. So even if it is just one person that experienced this past pain, two people are now working on that together. This very well could be, because it's collective, it could be both people are working on past pains, trauma responses, wounds, anything like that. But this is coming in sideways, so it's an actual conscious choice to work on this. And it's really, really good, prolific energy for you here, Libra. If you met someone, or if you're with someone currently, and this sounds like your story, that you have a very good future. Give me two, please. Give me two for Libra. This one fell on my lap. Give me one more. One more for Libra. Beautiful. A lot of people pulled this. A lot of air signs pulled it, I should say. You have Venus, right? You have this love offer. I mean, this is beautiful energy. Look at the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups. You have the Venus card. Now, you also have this Saturn card, right? Contracts, commitments. This could very well be what's dragging someone down here, right? It could be that why someone may be worried about money. This could be a divorce from the past. It could be money issues from the past, or money issues poking their way into your present, or fear of that. It's some sort of contract that may have went awry. It may be a debt, because it does say until debt tear us apart. There may be that fear, but it is just a fear. I do believe that you're going to work all this out. I'm going to pull a timing card. Show me when Libra and their partner will get to the good stuff and get past all this muck. It says next full moon, but I'm going to pull another card here. Give me one more for Libra, please. One more for Libra. It says in July. So, and at the bottom of the deck, it says in progress now. I do believe this is in progress now. I really do. I think you're making, by the next full moon, the next new moon, by the next new moon, you're going to actually see progress. And I think by July of next year, you are going to see a completely different relationship from what you see now. It's going to change for the better. If it's good now, it's going to be great. If it's just okay now and you're having issues, then it's really going to get it's going to be a whole different situation. You both have the same goals. You both come from different places. You're different people, but you're going to work on things as one. You're going to manifest as one. I really wish you luck. I will see you next time. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your Who's Coming Towards You reading? Future. All right, let's get started. It does say give it time. It says everything in divine timing, let things flow. I don't know if you're in a rush to meet someone or if you have given up on love, but either way, the universe, spirit is asking you to please give it time. You did pull Libra, and I'm really glad I do the cards on camera. If you ever want to slow it down, just hit that gear control and you can slow it down to however slow you'd like. But this did flip out by itself, and it does obviously say Libra. This means you could be joining with a fellow Libra. It could mean that you're going to meet this person during Libra season, which is coming up on September 23rd. And there is also a full moon in Libra on April 13th of 2025. So keep those dates in mind. We're going to do a timing card at the end, so we'll see. We have these three cards as far as appearance goes. We do have blusher, and this person that you meet does not have to be female, by the way. It could be the type of person that flushes when you speak with them. They turn pink, they turn red. It could very well be somebody, believe it or not, with a sunburn, but you'll notice the color pink and the color red, whether it's it will be most likely temporary, but you'll notice that about them. And this person will be very individual, like a very different kind of person. They'll have individuality. They'll stand out from the crowd. They'll be very, very attractive in that way, almost magnetic. And this person will have a tattoo. This person may not have a tattoo where you could see it. And believe me, I have met people, very unlikely human beings that you would never guess had a tattoo, that ended up having one. So don't discount it. When you meet someone, you just never know. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to look at your collective past as two individuals, look at your collective present, and then look at your collective possible future and see how it works. We have here, I'm going to say person A and person B, or person number one or person number two. You are going to have to place yourself in the slot that fits, because it's going to be different for each Libra. I say in my description, it can be flipped. It absolutely can. So to kind of save us some confusion, that's how I'm doing this reading. You do have person number one here, and this person is represented by the Six of Wands reversed. Now, the Six of Wands reversed is a dismal card. This person probably had some problems in their past, some failures in their past, right? In their past they may have experienced low confidence, low self-esteem as a product of this failure. They may be very tired, in their soul. And this is their past. Now, this is somebody's past. It's yours or theirs. Now, you have another person here with the Ten of Cups in reverse. And, the Ten of Cups in reverse is very similar, right? This could be clashes with family, fighting with family, a failure of some kind, turbulence. It's anti-peace. It's difficult. Now, the person who experienced the Six of Wands failure, even though they've experienced a failure, they have absolutely tried to put it aside to still plan for their future. It's difficult. This person has lost their confidence. The person who has experienced the Ten of Cups failure is one step ahead of this person. If you notice, there's a Two of Wands and a Three of Wands representing you. Very close timelines you guys are on. But this person with the Three of Wands mindset that comes out of this Ten of Cups in reversed trauma or problem is one step ahead, and they are manifesting at a quicker rate. Maybe their belief is more intact. But what you share collectively is the need to not fight or compete anymore. You both are tired of anti-peace. You want peace. And that's really nice. That's what you've both decided for yourselves. Here in the present time, you might be experiencing with the Ace of Cups, you share this, right? So 2 cards fell out here, and in my readings, that will represent 2 people. But if there is 1 card, that means you're both experiencing similar things, very similar things. So here you have, in the present moment, the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse, it's sadness, right? It's feeling alone. It's the loss of faith. It maybe even feeling blocked or unlucky. Feeling negatively about love. Could be any of those things, could be all of those things. You have person number 1 who is getting over... Look, 1 second, guys. Drop the card. Okay. Yeah, this was like this. You have one person who is definitely getting over the death of something. This is Scorpio energy. It is the death card. It is the death of something. It's the rebuilding of something. Something ended. Something really major happened to this person. And they have decided to let this go and rebuild. Not an easy task. You could see the sun coming up in the background, but it hasn't been an easy thing. Person number 2, I'm going to reiterate, is tired of fighting. Really tired of fighting. I don't know whether this person spent a lot of time in their past arguing with someone or a group of someone's, but this person has had it done, finished with the fighting. They could be walking away from a situation that required them to fight. So what you have collectively here, aside from the fact that you're both a little beaten and worn, is the urge to push on. You have the 8 of Wands here, and I love that for you both, because that, regardless of what's happened, you feel the need to go, to push, to keep going, right? Now, here in your future energy, you have the Devil in reverse. Now, that's some nice energy. You know, it's Capricorn energy for sure, but it's, you know, the release of toxicity. And this is a collective energy that both of you are going to be taking part in, right? It's feeling healthy control with someone else. Release of toxicity. If there was any codependency in your life, the release of that. The release of anything that feels like it's binding you. It's freedom. It's the release. It's almost like the Lovers. When I see the Devil, in most cards anyway, you see the Devil. I wish I had a regular Rider-Waite, but you see the Lovers actually with chains bound to something toxic. And then you see the Lovers, and it's more of a freeing type of energy. But if you look carefully at those 2 cards, you'll see a lot of similarities. But this is the release of anything like that. And I think for your future, this is really nice. It's great energy. You have one person, person A, who is dreaming of the happily ever after, sees the synchronicities here, sees the possibility of this happily ever after very, very clearly. And you have person B, who may in the past have turned around and done this to people like, nope. And this is now in reverse. So this same person is now saying yes. Now here you have the 9 of Cups in reverse. And when I see the 9 of Cups in reverse with all these really, really nice cards in a reading like this anyway, I can't help but feel that whatever, I said that there was a person here manifesting, right? I said one person was a better manifester. One person was just ahead of the game, right? Here you have the card of manifestation, and instead of doing this alone, you're going to be doing it together. I mean, this is a card, in this situation anyway, this is, to me, a card of manifesting together, especially with all these beautiful cards. You have the 11-11 card, you have the Devil in reverse, you have the 4 of Cups in reverse. I mean, this is all really positive stuff, for sure. Let's pull a couple of these cards for you. Give me 2 for Libra and this future situation. Oh, there you go. You have It says rejection and loss. So there may be someone, and we did talk about this person, or you, or both of you, honestly, may have gone through some loss, some rejection. You may be fragmented at the moment, or at least in the recent past, but you're going to experience an awakening, and I think that's going to happen when you meet this other person. I think you're going to see each other in one another. I really do love readings like this. Give me a timing card for this beautiful energy for Libra, please. Give me a timing card. It says in April. April. What didn't I say? Yes, I did. The full moon in Libra is April 13th. And you have at the bottom of the deck, it's in progress now, and right under that, it's in the spring. So you could expect this in the spring, and I would not be surprised, Libra, if this happened around the full moon in Libra, but it is in progress now, okay? It is in progress now. Please keep a lookout for this, and if you remember, come back and let me know what happened. I wish you all the best. Namaste.